cleaner. If you money, some can earn about 2,000 something, 3,000 something, 4,000. But the government has never failed them. The government is not doing what they are not expecting. And that is why when the government call them for help, they help. Like Nigerian government, they call the citizen to help. Why everybody got it? They help. No. Lie. There's a beg. All the one when I don't lose. We're in a keeper. Hello viewers and welcome to Jimmy White's TV podcast. It's another day today. A nice day. You can see me outside, how beautiful it is in Europe, you know. Yeah, we are in diaspora and it's so, I'm sweating. I couldn't be inside the office to do this, so we have to do it outside, so that we can have this fresh air. It's so lovely. And this summertime we're saying this for complete 3 months, good 3 months, good weather, good sweating. So everybody's ready, going out, visiting people. People want to this is the time for people visiting each other, seeing your friend. Yeah, because you can't be able to stay inside because you want to go out there. It's a beautiful day. People want to be out there. Yeah, that's how it's in Europe, because you know why? Because they don't always see it. It's only just for 3 months. So in Africa, they see this weather like tomorrow is not there. It's just there for them every single day. And it's only when they have few rain, like in Nigeria, they have rain time and harmattan. But it's just scanty and it go. But most of the weather they have is sunny. And this brings me to the talk of today. Anyway, you all know me that I am Jimmy White, the host of this program. Welcome again. But before we go into this talk of today, I want us to see this video. Then I cannot analyze it. And please make sure you drop your comment, subscribe, and share the video that everyone can learn from it. Anyway, let's see this video.
So I'm going to be using this to document my experience so far now that I've moved, and give a little bit of context as to why I moved. So a lot of people have been asking, what are you doing? You live in America, especially Nigerians and Americans alike. Everyone asks me, you live in America, you live in New York City, why would you move to Nigeria? And it makes sense. For most people, it doesn't make sense. But for me, I started traveling to Nigeria in 2022, and I typically would always go to where my family's from. And when I kept doing that, I was like, why would I come to stay in Nigeria? This is like a town. This is the equivalent of a town in America. And then one year, I then decided to go to Lagos, which is the largest city, not only just in Nigeria, but the largest city in Africa, and one of the largest cities in the world. And that really opened my eyes. I saw modernity. I saw beautiful buildings. I saw just activity. And every direction I looked at, I said, there's a crane building a new building in every single direction that I look. So I thought to myself, and I started doing more research. I started looking up statistics and data. And then if you look up your own data, you can see and confirm this, that by the year 2050, the population of Africa will double. So currently there's 1 billion people on this continent, and I think 200 million in Nigeria alone, which is 2/3 of the U.S. population living within the state of Texas, the equivalent of the state of Texas. And so in another 25 years alone, there's going to be the equivalent of all of China being born in Africa alone. Imagine every single person in China was a baby and they were being dropped into Africa from now until 2050. So for me, continuing to stay in America was pretty much guaranteeing that I was going to grow slowly and that I was going to essentially spend most of my life middle class. And I thought to myself, you gotta take a risk. This is the one time you're young, you have no wife, no kids. Take a risk, and if it works out, then you're rich, you're successful, life is good. And if it doesn't work out, the worst thing that happens, at absolute worst, I just go back to America, I get a high-paying tech job, that I had before and just work a different company, probably work remote, and figure it out again. So with that being my backup, I said it made nothing but sense to just take the risk and shoot my shot. So I got an apartment, I quit my job, I shipped my car, and I just said, screw it, I'm doing it. And so right now, I'm in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm just waiting for my apartment to be ready. Hopefully it'll be ready by tomorrow. I've been in contact with them. That's something you really have to be aware of. In Nigeria, you have to stay in contact with anyone doing work for you. This is not like America or Europe where if somebody's building a brand new building, you don't have to worry. You can just rely on them to keep on giving you notices, inform you. In Nigeria, they'll build a new building, but then they'll essentially focus their energies on the apartments for the people that are actually moving in. They won't be doing it by block by block by block. They're doing it as first come, first serve. If you come and hit my phone up 24/7, I'm going to have my guys come and fix your apartment. So that's what I learned. So I've been spending about 4 days now in the hotels since I got here. And the hotel is nice. Just drinking a beer right now. Oh no, classy. So anyway, so yeah, that's why. I did my research and then I just looked, and then the way I thought about it, right, this is something that like you gotta think of to yourself, is that China 30 years ago used to be a backwater. It used to be poor as hell. It used to be one of the poorest places on earth, And if you look back in history, they had a famine. Like not even 50 years ago, they had a famine where people starved to death. And now they are competing, actively contesting the U.S. And so before the 90s and around the 90s, that's when the U.S. and Europeans, they started to, after the U.S. had accepted China joining the World Trade Organization, then the U.S. and European investors bringing their know-how and knowledge, went to China, opened up these factories, and then started just pumping out goods for their market, going like, oh my God, we can pay so much less to these workers here, paying them pennies. They're paying the people in the U.S. $20 an hour, whatever the price was back then. And now, and then so what had occurred is that over time the Chinese had learned. They had watched their managers, they had watched the company owners and said, why can't we just do it? I have a cousin, I know a guy, I can just way cheaper than this guy who came from across the planet, And so they started doing that. And then they learned their own expertise and started niching down to what they're good at. And then this country that was full of huts and full of makeshift tents and starving people is now a wealthy country that is competing with the U.S. Already past Europe. Countries in Europe aren't even in the equation. They're not in the chat anymore. As a continent, Europe is barely even in the chat. So what I've noticed is that there's a lot of Chinese people in Nigeria, and you know what they're doing? They're doing the same thing. It's the same playbook that was played onto them. They're just doing the same thing here. Because you can look it up yourself. The average factory worker in China gets paid $800 per month in the factory. The average factory worker in Nigeria gets paid $50 a month. So why would anyone start a factory in China? Because yes, they have technology and machinery, but with time, machinery and expertise comes. So why wouldn't I, before the world finds out and everyone rises up, why don't I just go out there, set my own thing up, fix the problems, basically be the person who started with their own factory in China, and do my own thing. Because I know for a fact in 20, 30 years, this will be the place to be at. And not only just the demographics, just beyond the factories and such like that, Africa and Nigeria, just out of large Africa, is the only place on earth that's having positive population growth. Every other country, you can look it up, is falling. The U.S., without Hispanic immigration to the U.S. and immigration from all the other countries in the world, the U.S. has been having a declining birth rate since the 1970s. China, Japan, Korea all have between a 1.3 to 1.7% 1.7 birth rate, and you need 2.1 kids born for every family to keep your population flat. China, Japan, Korea are all at 1.3 and change. they are rapidly sinking. And I don't care if you think about it. If you were to start a business, would you start a business on a street that's beautiful, set up, and well, but you know for a fact, every day, less and less customers are coming. Less and less customers are coming. Or would you rather go and start your business in the poor, rundown part of town that you can see there's more and more people coming, more and more things are getting built, the roads are getting fixed, the houses are starting to look nicer and nicer, you know? So it's like the writing's on the wall, but it's because of the world's just collective bias against Africa that people aren't seeing this yet. And that's an opportunity for me and for anyone else that decides to move to Nigeria or move to Africa and do anything. Even if you don't, Africa has all of the world's resources. Africa didn't have resources for the past century. Well, it did actually, but colonialism and such. But all the materials and minerals and cheap labor that will go into all these factories for this century are all African. And because of globalization, because of people being able to hire abroad, build factories abroad, and run companies in other countries, and all that stuff, and because of shipping being so cheap between countries, why would you go back in the U.S. and pay health insurance and pay expensive, labor costs and expensive power and expensive everything and then import materials? You could just take the same factory, lower all your costs, build it in Africa, cheap labor, cheap materials, nearby materials, and nobody else is doing it. So if you do it, you are like the only person in the room doing it. And so you're the only option to do it. So that's what I'm doing. And so, yeah, that's my story. And I might retake this and make it cleaner. But yeah, that's my story.
Now you have seen this video and you have seen what this born American Nigerian, because it's a Nigerian guy born in America, he has a focus for Nigeria, for Africa as a whole. Now let me tell you something. Believe it or not, between now and 2030, let's go from 2030, 35, Nigeria will be like, I don't even whether it will be more beautiful. It's going to be more beautiful. Technology, everything that Nigerian has ever dreamed of is going to be there. Yes, technology that is going to be in Nigeria, the way Nigeria run to Dubai, run to everywhere, it's about to slow down. A time is coming between now until a time is coming between now and 2030 like that, 35, yeah, between now and 2035. The reason why I said this word, because I have seen it, and a lot of things people have seen it. I have gone to investigate a lot of things. Yeah, I've gone to investigate a lot of things, and I know that the hand of God is in Nigeria. Yeah, God has a promise for Nigeria, and God has never backed out from the promise based on every prayer. Christians that are praying, every Muslim, everybody praying that God should please come help Nigeria. And God has not ceased from that prayer. Even the promises that God has made to Nigeria, to people that he has made to, he will never back from it. The reason why I'm saying all these things is because so many of our youth in Nigeria are no longer patient. I don't blame them. They are no longer patient. Yeah, they are impatient because they have exercised every patient they have known. So now they don't have any more space for patient anymore. So it's now impatient that is taking over, and that is why you are saying so many things. But only few are still pressing, are still holding back to say maybe or may not. And some have left by one way or the other. Yes, we know that the country is passing, and because of this, so many people are coming out as activists, at this, at that, and this, and pushing them. They don't know the direction they will go. This one will come out, they will put, and they will all follow this person. at the end, this same person will not bring any profitable of anything out of it. There will be nothing that will come out of it. The people will even go worse than the way they are. Yeah, as many groups that have come out and say they are this, they are that, they are this, they have never sorted anything in Nigeria. They have never. Rather, when they come out and the government, they see them and they even add more, they even find more ways to either take them off the street or do more things, or the opposition people will use it as a way of doing a lot of things. Even when they come out for riot, they do something that they will cause, that people will see that they will harden the suffering of Nigeria. That is the gameplay in Nigeria. But why they were doing their own? They are doing their own. But have you forgotten that we have a God who also is doing his own? Because the way of the Lord is different. Yes, people will say, am I a pastor? Am I preaching? Or this? No, I am not. I'm telling you, I'm coming gradually to what I am about to hit the point. But I have to go gradually because this is a podcast. And I have to go gradually, so that they can sink into the head of as many who are going to come across this video. Remember, in the time of Israel, that Israel was taken as a slave to Egypt, and they were in Egypt. But God has a promise for them. But because of the promise God has for them, God has promised that they will become a prosperous country, a prosperous nation, and they are not seeing it. The reason why they are not seeing at that time, because God is still on it. And when God has finished with them, what did he do? He cursed Pharaoh. He cursed the children of Egypt to allow the children of Israel to go by putting pledge on them. And when they allowed them to go, they still chased them. He wanted to make sure he ended that they will not come later to find them. You see, they chased them and he caused the Pharaoh and the rest of them to drown in the Red Sea. And his promises of what he has done, they started coming to limelight, and they started to say, oh wow, that what God has promised them, he has not forsaken them. See, people are praying to God, people are crying, because there are a level of time that you will look at things. You have been pushed to the wall. The government has pushed every citizen to the wall. Now, this is the time for God to start working. And whether they like it or not, the way of the Lord is different from their own ways. Whether they like it or not, God owned the universe. He owned the earth. And that is why you see American, that God is prospering America, because of American. Check their flag. You say God's first. They put God. Yeah. Nigeria too is a country that knows God. Both the Muslim and the Christian, everybody will all know God. But still, some people deviate from as if they pretend to pretend as if they don't know God, or maybe they don't know him, or they have never heard of him. And that's why they were being Pharaoh on was that he didn't know God at all. He never knew God. He only knew God when the plague started coming out. I'm not doing a Bible interpretation here, but I'm getting to something. Remember now that a lot of country has gone through what we are going through. Look at, I said from now to 2035. Mark it, please. Somebody should please mark it. Write it down that Nigeria, that when you see Nigeria, it is not by activity. Nigeria is not going to be better by activity. They can't do, leave all those things. Nigeria is not there yet. Let them do whatever they let them try, let them do everything. Nigerian is not going to be better by whether you come out, you shout, you scream, you do this, you want to do this, you collect people money, you do whatever you want, you know, no, it will not. Listen, it will not. Rather, it harden the heart of people. that are doing whatever they are doing. It hardened, and they just laugh at you because they know how, they like it, they want it. It's a distraction. Do it, and while they are doing their looting, you don't know. Yeah, cause the distraction. It's happy for them. It's sweet in them. While you are causing distraction, you are giving them more money. Yeah, at least House of Commons will always sit down. That's Nigerian National House of Commons will always sit down, and every meeting is money. There's situation all the time. Cost them, and you pay. They go sit and you pay them for sitting and talking about that problem. At the end of the day, they might come up with a solution or not, and they adjoin because of this and that. I am not saying that. Don't misquote me. Don't misunderstand. I am not saying that people should not talk. People should talk. But I'm just telling that, yeah, that this is not the way. Nigeria is going to be better. It is not the way. Yeah, because we have the reason, because we have hardened people that have this hardened rock heart. They have rock heart. These people are only concerned of what comes out from them. If you don't come out from them, they are not interested in you. You don't understand. You are not. They don't even know. They don't even know if they are Nigerians. You don't understand. They don't know if they are Nigerians because they always want to leave Nigeria and out of to the foreign land. Their houses, many of them have stock a lot of wealth in foreign land. They don't take themselves. When somebody stock a lot of wealth, buy houses, everything about that person is many of our, but not only many of our rich men, many of our wealthy people is all over. All their wealth is all over foreign. They believe that place is more secure for them. Well, it's their choice. Why the foreigners, the one that are wealthy, very wealthy, leave their money in their country for the government to use, for the citizen to be able to use, for them to be able to invest, and also extract, to go out of their comfort zone, to look for a place they can invest into a country to come bring it to their country. But our own are not doing that. Rather, they invest there, they speak it there, and everything. If you see the kind of airport a Nigerian man builded in this country, you will fall down. Yeah. You see only here. Go to other places. Go and see. If you see hotel, when I travel to America, if you see hotel, a Nigerian man is holding. It's so beautiful, modern. Even the one I'm seeing in Lekki side. Yeah. If you see things that I've seen that these people are doing out of the country, I am not saying they should not do it. It's their choice. I'm just saying that. Let me put it in the way that I'm just saying that, like what this guy said. If you watch what this guy said, he said, is it better for you to plant your business in a place that is already developed? They got investors, they got people coming, they are not dragging it, they are not rushed, they are not looking for it. They have made the way already. The people believe in them, the investors everywhere believe in them. They have this trust on them that this country, there's no problem. So they are now like sitting and they are telling them, and they are the ones selecting. And you are coming when there's great competition there, and you are coming to plant your own when they have sophisticated one that even more, and you are now dragging competition. Is it not rather for you to plant your thing in a place where you will not have a competition? You know that you are the one there. They get to know it, and they will keep coming and keep coming and keep coming, and you fix the problem. Now it goes to what I'm saying to you. What I say in 2035, between 20 to 2035, that you see Nigeria becoming what we have expected it, and I pray that we will all live to see that time in Jesus' name. Amen. Now I decided to do a kind of, they call it like going around to investigate some things, to do some kind of investigation. Let me find out around Europe, around America, around everywhere that I traveled, to look at our people that are born in the country. What is your thought about Nigeria? And the people I went to are people that are in good, that have their own investment company, they have their company, they have this thing. And but because of their choice, they don't want to be on the video. They don't. But there's one or two of them I'm going to meet. That one has said I should come when he is free so that we can talk on the podcast. Yeah, I'm going to take my podcast to his office and we'll talk. You see, Nigerian people that are doing well and their thoughts. They are born. They are not born in Nigeria. They are born here. They got investment. Their thoughts. Most of them are tech. Most of them are into different things. Yeah. Now, not only here, I'll start from here first. And when I interview most of them who are born here, but by Nigerian parents, do you know what they're telling me? They're telling me that before, their mind was not in Nigeria. That before, really, they said their mind because of the kind of scare of terrorism, of everything that have been happening. But why their mind was only skip away for a little while. Just to skip away, just trying to find a way around it. To see what is really, why this thing, why is there really kidnapping or something? And they have rated, they have seen that one, that I cannot compare, because they have really sit down to research Nigeria. You can't imagine. These people have sit down to research Nigeria. They are telling me now that Nigeria got everything. Nigeria got all the resources to make it the best of the best. That you know that Nigeria is the best in the whole world. This guy told me, this guy I'm telling you is tech. He said Nigeria is best in the whole world because Nigeria is not a costly place to invest. Every material is there. You don't need to say you are importing. But the only thing there is just this insecurity. But it's just insecurity, which is a little bit scared. They are scaring. But now that because of the way the way they have tested it, I say, how did you test it? It's okay, fine. That tested it by sending the ones that was born in Nigeria, but they didn't grow. They grew in Nigeria. Listen, these are ones that are born in Nigeria, but they were like 11, they were like 15. Some of them were 15, 16 before they left Nigeria. They came here and they started speaking, like them. They allowed, because because when you are in the school, it's just before you start become speaking like them. So they grew, they use them, since they have not gone for a long time too, that they should try and see what is really happening. And when they came, most of them, they didn't say anything. They knew that they are not saying that there's insecurity, but when they came, they were surprised. What they saw, boom, was an eye-opener to them. You can't imagine. That is why I tell very dark man. I'm not like I'm calling them. That's why I tell very much. And as many people that are going out to go and advertise other country. You are advertising no country. That if you see that talking, the children that are born in that, if you see talking and looking of how to come to Nigeria and invest, the foreigners know that that country has resources, has everything, that everything in that country can make that country bigger. But my question is that why our government are not seeing this? And the only thing they see is oil. The only thing they see is oil. They no longer talk about agriculture. Why? There's a point that guy made again. He said, have you seen that China was like us before? Do you know China was a farming country that was like us before? I said, oh wow, it's true. China had a long suffering of their country, economic crisis, everything was down the way, nothing, nobody can go to China. But gradually, top. Boom, 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 boom. Before you know, China, boom, China today competing with America. That the America has the US have to put them in the market world. That China, whenever any country talking about investment, China no come at one. Japan follow me. You know, Japan was before, but now China top Japan. China top Japan. I'm not saying that Japan is good, all of them. These are people that before you know, boom, they picked up. And today, the same thing was Dubai. Then why do you think that Nigeria will not be better? And I will tell you that it's better because a lot of our people has gone out and born children that has smartness like them that are here. And now there's something that an eye opener that was open to me through this guy too. And the guy said, listen. He said, listen. He said, and that was why I said that between now 30 to 35, Nigeria will be more better than everything that we need. We will see it. Even mainland will be better than what is it. And job will be so much in Nigeria that foreigners will be dragging to enter Nigeria. And it's about to kick off. It's already started kick off. It's not like it has kick off already. It has kick off because I've had the numbers of people of them that have already entered Nigeria. Now let me not cut off that story. See, China are coming into Nigeria, marrying our people, bringing their own people, and every children that China born in that country become Nigerian. Do you know that? They are Nigerian. They say they are Nigerian. Those children born in that country are Nigerian. They are national. They are Nigerian because they are born in Nigeria, and they are also China first citizen. Then see the way they are pumping and burning children. Then our own people also there having their own children, and these children, you see China, you know, they are very, very smart. You need to see how they are smart. Their technology is too much. You see a China child, the one I saw in Nigeria, if you see that one is, I say, this one here in Nigeria doing this thing. I said, now Nigeria is going to be better. Yeah. And these people, wherever they grow, they want to do something there. And that's why they believe in Nigeria. You see the way they are packing, all of them are coming to Nigeria, born in Nigeria, the children growing and going to school in Nigeria. What do you think will happen between now and 2030 to 2035? And with the rate of our children who are born here, America, all over the places, who have already started entering, like this guy. This is not the only one, but there has as many of them that have entered. They are coming to fix they want to come and fix the problem. They are tired of hearing of insecurity. Now they don't care. You see, they don't care if anything happens. They say they don't care. I'm going to come to another video where something happened to him, where I will and tell you how he took it. They don't care because there's an eye opener to them. They are concerned with what they have seen. They are concerned with the way that Nigeria, oh wow, good weather, lovely weather, nice fresh food, wow, nice, soil, whoa, the building is cool, wow. So that means tech will work here very well, and the labor is good for them. Tell me, like this guy now is coming to open a tech company in Nigeria, and not just him alone. And when he opens, he's opening and also employing people into that place. And in their own, they are not going to do I know you, I know you. They don't do I know you, I know you. You must be accredited. That is, you must have the merit to that work. If you don't have it, if you don't know it, they won't take you. Yeah. That's how they behave. They are not for, you must be online. You must apply normally, come for interview normally and pass the interview. That's how they behave. So what I'm saying is that so many of them now are not entering the country, are not coming to see how Nigeria can be better. And this is the part that I say to you, that look at how Lebanon, for a long time Lebanon, Indians, Pakistans have been enjoying the resources of Nigeria, but you people did not know. They have been using Nigerian material. They have used it to build a lot of houses, own lands, own a lot of things, acquire a lot of things, become billionaires, and we are there just looking at them. I discovered that. I say, hey, I say, oh my God, I put my head, I say, no. If I come to Nigeria now, that by the grace of God, I'm going to be in that business. Yeah, rubber business, very big money. Nigerians are crying. Very big money. Do you know, between Ojo and Oshodi side, coming down to, if you see the employment, that massive employment that was done in that place, but there's one thing that was wrong. Massive employment, which is good, massive, because if you see them coming out, oh my God, you know that yeah, this one have taken a lot of people into that employment. And that was why I now said, oh fine, I went to investigate and find out that these people, how they were making their money, they use our material things. They have the machinery, mold, they have the mold, the machinery, the mold, they can even do the mold. I saw where they were doing mold. They assembled mold, they assemble a machine mold that build rubber and everything. Now they go to people that do kondi, all those kongis or what they call them. They are those ones that pick rubber. They will tell you, sometimes you see them at their door, they are this thing factory. They will say, please do not throw your rubber away, throw it in that. Yeah, they will have a bin where they put it, throw it in there. Don't throw it on the throw it there. So you will go and buy water bottle, buy rubber, buy it and this thing. Maybe you go and buy slippers or you buy a cut, any of your rubber that broke, you throw it. They will on the congis pick it, or they will throw it there, or anywhere you throw, they will pack it, pick it. People that go to be after picking it, they now bring it to them. They buy it. They bring it in bulk. They buy it, and when they buy it, they bring different type of rubber, different type. I see it. The guy said, "Like to be watching." As soon as they took me to where they load a lot of it, then the guy now took me. This guy now took me into the factory. See the way they pour the thing into a grinder, all of them. Oh my God, I said, these people are making money. Hey, I was saying, Nigeria, what are you doing? Oh, President Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, are you not seeing this thing? President Bola Tinubu, are you not seeing the Nigeria tell you that they are rejecting it? There's something I'm about to say. Jesus, our local material. Before you know, the thing melt. Wow, sometimes the thing go into the mood. There are people that used to sit on that mood to do. We need to a time open it, boom, the thing. What they bring the thing, there's something drop. Before the thing turn to slippers, the thing turn to rubber, to slippers. The one mode for left, right, the other mode for this thing. Before you know, plastic. Oh man, different shape of things that are rubbers that are coming. And immediately they have the one of plastic. And as the guy took me into the factory, different section of the factory, I was seeing different things. I saw the grande like that. They put that different, the rubber, the plastic broken one, different type. They don't pro. They have coloring. They have dryers. They can color any color. Even if they mix it, they can color red. They can color different colors. That is why you see some bath will be blue, red, different kind of color. Anyone you want, the kind of color you like. They have packer, they have, oh my God, they have their brush, this thing that they can put brush on it. These people are producing, keeping themselves busy. Have you ever seen them cry in Nigeria? Have you ever seen them cry? They don't cry. We are crying, they are laughing at us. They are using our thing to make money, and we are crying. And they are looking at us and saying, these people, are they not seeing what we are saying? And you see that why a lot of our rich men that are supposed to empower people or invest, if you don't want to go invest into the open a lot of this thing, assemble a lot of things and put Nigeria into it. Their eyes is out. to where that is already developed, that they are already good. Everything is good for them. That's where they are going to do competition. I don't know why. And why they are doing that, those people out there are looking at them and say, are these people not seeing what we are seeing? Just like South Africa. South Africa are there. I bring South Africa, and I'm sorry, South Africa are there. The South African, the Zulus, the black community, the one that are there crying and weeping and crying that the land there's a lot of suffering. There's a lot of suffering. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of suffering. They are not. Everything is bad. Everything is bad. Economic crisis. This. It was not like that before. When they got independent, when they were free from apartheid, they were free. Mandela did all his best, and the country was good. When the colonial master was there, they were ruling good. Everything was good. They took over. Mandela was good until that is how it is, until a bad president came and decided to have his own self-serve, because anytime a bad president go and puncture the way it is planned, it's become a problem to fix it again. Why they were crying? The white separated themselves and knew that they can make it, not by crying like the South African. They are also South African, but they were born there. What are they doing? They went into farming. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you see how beautiful that place is, they went into farming, went into natural lighting, went to everything natural. They were doing everything, their thing naturally. Do you know that these people, they went into natural everything? You see their light is natural, everything they get, their feeding. If you go that place, and that is why this part of South Africa, this black South Africa, they are not happy. Many of them are not happy. Because what is these small numbers of people are doing fine. They got their own money. They make things easy for them. They did not use any other. They created a money for themselves in that place. And before they did know that they took permission. All this thing was done by permission, because it's long time ago that they have gotten all this permission that they can stay there, they can be independent, they can do this. So they decided to create that. But the problem was that because they said that no blacks, no, they don't want any black, they just want to keep that tradition. They have a reason for that. Maybe the reason is because they were with the black people before, and the blacks who were ruling, the white they were ruling before, it was going. As soon as Mandela took it was good, but as soon as the other one took, everything was poor and things were affected. So they decided to go in the arena, what they call them. They decided to go in their own way, form their own community, started doing things using the same land that South Africa is crying that no hungry food, everything. That they are farming very well, unity, farming very well, building a lot of things, have their government doing a lot, importing and making money and bringing money to the country. And they have faith and hope that in the next decades to come, that they will be well better than what they are, and they are looking for that independent recognition. A small country doing this, and Nigeria is crying. You see how small they came to the Nigeria, and they are surviving in our country. Are they using magic? No. They saw what you refused to see. You were using it before. Have you forgotten that Africa was surviving through farmland, through its food? Africa never know what is oil. Africa was surviving through farming. A lot of food. You see, food was not a problem in Africa. Yam, everything, people in Africa. Listen, you see this, if you come to this, they don't play with farming. They are praying that their land should be like our land. If their land, they too. If these people, if they say let's switch, I know Nigeria will agree for them to switch. Let's switch. As we switch, they will take the country. They will say, yeah, come and live in the one they have created already. They have already developed. Are they not the one that developed it? Yeah. Let them be there. I'm telling you, give them 1 year in that country. 1 year, give these people 1 year in that country. You want to get Nigeria back, and they will not give you again. Give them 1 year in that country. You will want to get Nigerian back, and they will not give you again, because Nigeria will be so beautiful that you're so beautiful. Did you see how Dubai is? Nigeria don't have coal, don't have anything. Nigeria have everything. Nigeria have light. Nigeria have energy. Nigeria have everything to make it better. Just because a lot of souls there are not. They know the reason why they are not happy with themselves or with Nigeria. They know the reason. And most of the reason are, I don't want anybody to, I want somebody to tell me, sir. You see, there is a mindset. Their mindset is, I was discussing that with somebody at the airport when I came there. I won't call the person's name, because I said he called his name, but I already got an interview from him. And he was telling me the problem of this country is this. And they are trying to pass it to the youth, but it's only few youth that have adopted it, but the rest youth are unity. They just really want. But they have passed it to our fellow old men. Like, you can't pass my family. You can't pass this one. My child should be more better than your own child. I should live in that estate, and you live in the poor estate, so that you can come and beg me food. Yes, now you can come and ask me food and let me be giving it, and you calling me sir. Is that to throw you money? Excuse me. You see the mindset. Excuse me. I want to tell you something, because my video is getting too long, and that is why I say today it will be very long. Did they tell you that in diaspora as a whole, they have the poor and the rich, middle age, but everywhere is staying good. You can never even know. Like here I'm there now, you can never know. If you see the kind of place I'm living, you see where I'm living. If I'm living like this in Nigeria, I don't know how much I'll pay. You don't know how much is it to live here like this. You understand? But only here alone, I'm just telling you, it's still costly, it's as cost. But Nigerian own, when you compare it, it's 3 times they pay here than the one they pay in Nigeria. I'm just telling you that if you have a place like this. But how many people can afford it there? That's why how many people can afford it there? But here, they made it possible that even that anything that they made the main amenities of a being should not lack them. Food, shelter, clothing, car, everything. But there's some certain car that your hand cannot reach. Everybody use car, drive cars. You can drive, you can even drive the Range Rover if you want to drive Range Rover, if you know you have the capacity. But you cannot, because they make it easy for you to be able to get, and not for you to look like that and say, hey. And that is why in this country, if in this country, other places have gone to other countries, if you like drive big cars, they will just be looking at you just past. Oh, wow, lovely. Except it's when I say car, I mean the kind of car they look at, it must be so expensive. That car will be expensive that people have to look at it. Yeah, that's the only car they look at. You like drive over the brain, drive truck, they don't Wrangler. But there's a car, those sports car. You see those sports car, they are very costly. So when they look at it, because they know the amount that is cost. So when they see you, that you take, they say, wow, man, you got money, man. I just say, they say you got money. Wow, that's nice, you got money. I just say, that's attract them. So, but in Nigeria, you see somebody who drive Range Rover, somebody, wow, it's like the biggest boy. You see the kind of cars they are bringing. When they bring those kind of cars, you see how much those cars cost. Those kind of cars, you see how much those cars cost. There's a lot of people in Nigeria that got no hand to that kind of car. But it's not supposed to be like that. A lot of people are supposed to be driving in Nigeria, having cars, driving. Then it's up to you if you want to go to that level. You can pay instrumental if you have the money to pay instrumental. Because your instrumental, you know how much you come at. They pay instrumental here. You want to have the best food, you pay instrumental. It's up to you if you have the money. If you can pay instrumental, with what they say is we pay. Everybody's being trusted. So let me not deviate, because I'm about to round up this podcast. I want Nigerians to have this mindset that Nigerian is profitable. Nigerian, there are good things coming up on Nigeria, and so many of our children who are born, so many of our people who have known that say, yes, I've decided to forget about the security aspect of Nigeria, which one of them is this boy who came to Nigeria neglecting every insecurity, whatever thing that he, and looking something that he's looking at that will better and come to fix the problem. He has come to fix the problem. Yeah, they have come to fix the problem with a way, in their own way. It's not like going to they don't need to go to the government. These are people, when they want to fix problem, when they want to fix their problem in the country, they don't go to they know how to fix their problem and fix it. And before, government have started feeling it too. And the reason why they get better is because they don't depend on the government. They don't really depend on the government like that, but they want the government to say something that is good. But the government has never failed them. The government is not doing what they are not expecting. And that is why when the government call them for help, they help. Like Nigerian government, can they call the citizen to help? Why everybody call it? They help. No. Lie. There's a beg. All the one when I don't lose, we are in a keeper. All the one when I don't collect the money, our account don't empty, we are on a keeper. You see what I'm saying? And that is the reason why God has bring people that is coming. Things are going to happen. Things are changing. People are entering. I wish that the government would fix this insecurity. It would have been more better. I wish the government, we go in, we call the armed forces, we call the police and sit with them and talk about the security of a thing and put it to an end. And put it to an end. And the only way they can put it to an end is for them to discipline every single officer who is not really reaching out. That you can hear the problem, that the problem of the insecurity are because most of them are not getting their allocation. As far as officers have shared the thing, get to the last officer, it's over. The rest, to your tent. To your tent. Is that to your tent? Oh Jesus, what to your tent to something? Yeah, everyone to your tent. And maybe they can decide, everybody, 1,000, 10. You can't imagine when they were to saying how much they pay an officer. I scream 50,000 naira. They are even saying that you increase it to 100 and something. I scream. 100 and something is even too small. For that guy to say they increase, he should say they should give them, they should be paying each an officer, a law officer to be taking about 500,000. About 5 to, yeah, let's say, yeah, because come a cleaner here, a cleaner in, just a cleaner, when I say a load, so if you calculate the money they get, if you convert the money they get some of them get a month, some of them get about 2 point something million, 3 million. Yeah, I'm just telling you, a cleaner, if the money, some of them can earn about 2,000 something, 3,000 something, 4,000 something, yeah. Some get up to 3,000 something, some get up to 2,000. It depends if you're on full time. Now, part time can get up to 1,000 plus 2,000. Some people can get up to, So after tax and everything, you still have something, which you still have enough. Then convert that money to Nigeria. Some of them end up to cleaner. I'm saying cleaner here end in the money is up to 3 million. Sometimes if you do overtime, you can end up to 5 million naira a month in Nigeria. That is if you convert the money. And after paying your house and everything, you still can enjoy yourself. Then compare the money they pay a military officer here. Then look at the money they pay our officers. And you give them gun and you tell them that they should be happy. They have family. You put them in war front. They don't pay them well. They got family. They can't feed their family. And this is a stressful work, a hard work. Life, a work that can take somebody's life. And you're paying them that to be a mega. Nigerian generals, have you ever checked how much they pay United Nations or UK militaries or other militaries even in other African countries? Have you ever checked how much they pay them? Have you ever checked how much they pay them? How much they have been paid? That's what we're saying. See how much you collect as an officer. It's not even only just that is not aside your salary. You allocation, everything, and plus the one you seize, plus going into the sea, plus every other thing you used to seize. I know now, but the one on this, what they call them, this terrorism that you can catch, you collect money from them, so many things. A lot of things that happen in the bush that returns come to you. That's enough of that. But do you see them do this? If they try it here, that they say they are doing return, they will tell them whether they want that run the country or they the one that form military in this country. Sometimes you people forget that the military was formed by the agreement of Nigeria. If Nigeria see today, Nigeria rise up, they don't want military again. Nigeria rise up, they don't want police again. Nigeria rise up, they don't want president again. What will you do about it? That's what you people don't understand. You people are pushing this. We are pushing these people. They are pushing the citizens to the. So you are pushing them to the wall. An hungry man is an angry man. If Nigeria rise up for you people and say no, we don't want any government. We don't want this country ungoverned. This country should be ungoverned, no more. What will you do? Do you think that your police, the squad of police you have, or the police, you think the police, I believe that the police, they will not even join you, because police will not, the corporal, all those ones they will not join because they are not getting well. They will all join this. I know them. Talk less of they will all join. Because they themselves, they are not, and even if people do them well, that's okay, do them well at that very period, then it becomes a big war between citizens. And how do you expect to overcome the citizen? How do you expect to win this? If God forbid that it happen, may God forbid it will not happen in Jesus' name. Eventually, let God forbid. So what will you do? I've seen where it happened before. They say no, they don't want any more government. They don't want any more this thing. It was the Ivory Coast already. They came, boom, they were angry. That was a long time ago, very, very long time ago. An African country, boom, everybody, no, we don't want it no more. Everybody, they came. President run. President say this one. He said this one as passive. Everybody don't go. Yes, so do you know the population? May God forgive us. Do you know the population? Do you know the population in Nigeria? Do you know the population that is bigger than China? Bigger than the population of Nigeria is big. Nigeria has a big population, double times than this thing. Then how many are in the army? Or how many are in the air? How many are in the army? Even if you gather all of them together, gather police, gather everybody, gather people, are they the total number of Nigerians? That's what you people should think. Even if they gather you people, are they the total number of Nigerians? Check the people that the whole 24 states come, the whole state of Nigeria come together, and with all the military, with all this thing, with all their this thing, do you think the citizen will fight with honorary hand? Check it out now. Talk less of all those. They will empower them. They will equip them, empower them. What do you think will happen? Think about that. When citizens are getting angry, you are seeing it. It's going more, getting worse. You better stop it now. You better slow it down. You better stop it and find a way to make it to put sweetener in their heart. If not so, sorry will be your name. Sorry will be the name of all of you. Sorry will be the name of them, because I can see the last word I'm going to say, but let me tell you something that you people don't know. The children that we have in Nigeria now are stubborn. The generation we have in Nigeria now are Gen Z generation. Gen Z generation is not that 1990 generation that you think that you can up. Because 1990, those 1990 go down and we our own set and coming to our set going down, from 90 down to down, you know, to all those years. You know, those people, they know how we were taught. All those people from 1960, 61, 62, 62 to 1990, all those people we are taught how to respect them, how to dobale, how to. That's why you see us, many of us born during that time to this 1990, have this respect, have dobale. If you talk that way, we will come. Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting at this old man? Why are you shouting at the old man? Why are you talking? Do you know that you're like your father? Don't you know you have a child like you? Yeah, that is what we say. We say we can even fight you, even when the person is wrong. We'll say, even if he's wrong, is he not an old person? Even if he's not, is he not an elderly person? Is he wrong? Why can't you respect him? Why will you talk to him? Why don't you go and call an elderly person? Why don't you go and report to an elderly person? Let the elderly person come and talk to. You can't imagine. That is how we were trained. But when I came off Nigeria and I saw that even a young person, if you see the way they do their children, they talk to their children like their mates. They grow to be smart. A child will talk to president, a child will talk to prime minister, a child to his father, a child can talk to people. If they call the first, they don't call uncle, they call first name. Yeah, they call first name. And this, because, and you know, why would they not prosper? Every single soul in their country is taken important. Whatever they say, even you that is a foreigner, they take it important. Whatever they say, they put it on board. They know that it's very useful. But it is not like that in our country. It is not like that with us. So now, it's changed. It's not like before. That's what I'm telling you. The people now, the children now, they are born. They are, even though they have not traveled, they know a lot. They watch. See, the kind of internet we have now, Global Village has made every children in the world to be wise. Even the one that does not have TV must find a way of have phone. If his friend has phone, what do? They go to their friend, they check. They have people, they are knowledgeable, they are smart in school, everywhere. They are so wise. See the way that you'll be surprised at how many they are doing. Yeah, these are the children you want to face. You see these ones there. Sorry is your name, because this one, they are the one that rise for revolution. This one, the one that rise up. These are the one that cannot be patient. These are the one that can stand up and say no. And that's why you see very dark man doing what he's doing. That's why you see Kokopi, all of them doing what they call their Jay-Z children. They are Jay-Z children. They are Jay-Z children. But some of them do it in the wrong way, not in the right way. Like very dark man is doing it in the wrong way, not in the right way. But people like talk, he will not hear you. They will not hear. They will not hear. They are not afraid. They are not scared. They can walk into that down barrack. You see, these people, they are not scared. They are ready. If they are hungry, they are ready to die for Nigeria. So what I'm telling you, straighten yourself. Now, government, governor, all of you admin, whether everybody in government, whether in army, in everywhere, straighten yourself now and begin to do the right thing. Begin to strengthen the country, because now people have been coming to our country, and let us begin to advertise our country in a good way, so that investors will come. Help to advertise the country in a good way. Anyway, this is where I end my podcast, because I've stayed too long, I've talked so long, and I'm ending my podcast here. Thank you very much for having this time and taking your time to watch this video, this podcast. Watch this podcast, and I'm always your boy Jimmy, like you know, and I will see you again and again next time. Thank you, and God bless you.